Right now, a region is the story of the haves and the have-nots. Some areas caught summer storms and unexpected rainfall, leading to strong pasture responses and good quality feed. That loosened growth in cow is a really good example. But many areas across the west and the north of the region have missed out, with ongoing hot, windy conditions evaporating the little remaining moisture out of the soil. It's caused limited plant growth through summer and into autumn. Even when the rain does arrive, soil temperatures are remaining high, and that allows plants, particularly those tropical species, to respond quickly. But it also means that the soil moisture can be used up just as fast. In autumn, temperate perennial pastures typically lift quickly in the autumn break, grow steadily while the soils are warm, and then slow once winter arrives. A poor autumn can see pasture growth rates drop by around 60%, while a good autumn can lift growth by a similar margin. It's also important to remember that stronger autumn growths can draw down soil moisture heading into spring if we miss out on that winter rainfall. Understanding pasture growth is critical, as whole farm feed demands can increase quickly. This is especially important for autumn lambing and July calving. A late pregnant cow requires around 40% more feed than a dry cow, and during lactation, requirements increase by about 60% to that of a dry cow. We want to be aware that our subclovers are germinating now, and we want to protect them as they provide good quality feed. Ensure paddocks are not overgrazed, but also if you are lucky enough to have good summer grass growth, ensure that you manage it well to avoid outcompeting that clover or smothering any potential clover swards. Monitoring pastures now is essential to determine whether early action is needed to maintain that winter feed supply. Once again, we're reminding everyone to check their stock water. We're seeing more properties, including those without historical issues, dealing with drying dams, falling wells, and some bore issues. Water quality is also vital. Water intake drives feed intake because the rumen relies on large volumes of water to function effectively. If in doubt, consider a water test and speak to the team about accessing one for free. With lamb prices remaining strong, we're fielding inquiries about feedlotting and supplementary grain feeding. Grain feeding can be a useful tool, but it does carry animal health risks. So if you're new to supplementary feeding or experiencing issues like acidosis, contact us early. Always test feed first to match rations to requirements. 2 free feed tests are available for eligible producers, along with the online feed costs calculator and the supplementary feeding calculators. If you've got winter crops established, protect that investment by delaying grazing until the plants are well anchored and have sufficient leaf area to recover. With adequate moisture and temperature, good growth rates are possible over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Given the uncertainty around urea prices and availability, make sure that fertiliser decisions are well costed and conditions are right before top dressing. Finally, while worm pressure eased over summer for some sheep producers, recent rain and warm conditions mean the risk of Barber's pole worm remains high. A fecal egg count 4 to 6 weeks after rain is recommended. The cooler weather will stop eggs hatching, but existing larvae can survive on pasture for up to 6 months. Also be alert for phalaris daggers following this autumn break, when actively growing shoots contain high levels of toxic alkaloids. Introduced stock or non-adapted stock, such as say brought in first cross maiden ewes, are most at risk. For high-risk properties, consider cobalt foliar sprays or intraruminal pellets, and monitor your stock closely. There's no cure once animals are severely affected, so early prevention and early action are essential. So some paddocks are firing, others are under pressure, and autumn is shaping up as a key time to manage feed, water, and animal health before winter bites.